I'm not the once upon a time, me, I tell a different story. Not the same glitter in my eyes like the fairy tales they told me. I had to see some things that I wish the world didn't show me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So Sacred Tarot by Nicole here. So here today's pick a card reading is who is your soulmate, just in time for Valentine's Day. Though this reading is timeless, so you can pick it up any time of the year and it is a timeless reading. Now, if you're new to my channel or you're new to pick a card readings, how this works is you choose the pile you are most drawn to. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I've also placed crystals above the piles just in case you're more drawn to the crystals than the piles. So on pile number 1 we have amethyst, pile number 2 we have jade, and pile number 3 we have black onyx. It's an interesting crystal I chose for a Valentine's Day reading or a love reading in general. But a lot of people are drawn to this crystal. Now you can choose different piles as well. You don't have to just stick to one pile because 2 piles might be resonating with you. This can be a reading for singles, or you maybe are in a relationship and wanting to ask questions to see if this person that you're with is your soulmate. Okay, now I also recommend meditating on the piles for a few seconds just to really get a good feeling of what pile you're most drawn to. I will be drawing the destiny dice at the end of each reading to see maybe what star sign this person is, or maybe their rising sign or their moon sign. So if you're ready, you can go down to the timestamp below to either in the comment box or the description box to see what card is being read at what time. All right, let's begin to see who your soulmate is. All right, pile number 1, if you chose this pile, here is your reading to find out who your soulmate is. Now, I want to start here with explaining these cards, what they are. So we have the 7 of Rods upright, we have the 6 of Cups upright, and we have the 7 of Cups upright. So all upright cards here. So right away, what I want, the overall feeling I'm getting about this situation of who is your soulmate, it's a very positive situation. There is a bit of negativity when it comes to this card here, so the 7 of Wands or Rods, because this person, it's like you're fighting a pointless battle. It's almost they might be fighting the pointless battle, that they maybe are in a situation where they're maybe scared of commitment, or you're scared of commitment. So there is a bit of a battle going on here on the commitment front. But you know that you have a really deep connection with this person. It's almost, especially with the 6 of Cups, because this card is the nostalgia card. So this card represents the past and happy feelings about the past. So maybe this person is someone that you once dated, that you know from past, you have history of some kind. And if you don't feel like maybe this is the person that you're thinking of, then the soulmate that's coming forward is someone you're going to feel like you almost like lived a life with, like a past life with. Like you're going to come up to this person and be like, wow, I feel like I know you from somewhere. And it's probably because you had lived a past life together. Now, the 7 of Cups here is all about like flights of fancy and having too much choice. Now, okay, an overall message I'm getting here is that this person is quite popular, maybe very charming, and they have maybe this hard time settling down because they could be a bit younger too. They don't know if they're, oh wow, the candle went out just then. I was wondering why there was smoke there, but I got it relit. We're ready to go again. So what message I was getting, they could be a bit younger. They could have a very young attitude towards life. So what I'm getting here is that they have a lot of choices. They like to dream really big. They're dreamers. They're not satisfied with, you know, the mundane, repetitive life. They like adventure. They like exploring. And that could be a reason why maybe they have a hard time settling down, but they are your soulmate. They feel like they're just so connected with you, and there's such a huge connection here. I'm going to draw a few more cards here. Okay, so the 10 of Wands upright. Okay. And the King of Swords. So right away, this person, I feel, can be very fact-driven, logical. They don't really like to let their emotions get the best of them. And you can see that in their like emotion cards. So cups usually represent emotions. They have a hard time getting into that space because it's like they're the king of their emotions. Like they keep it at rest. They try not to maybe let their emotions come to the surface too much, because they're it's almost like they're a little bit afraid. And because of this, 10 of Wands, it's carrying a heavy burden. They carry a heavy burden because they just can't get past that feeling vulnerable. And they can't get past the feeling of, what will other people think about me? But they seem so together and so charming, and they have this like amazing charming nature to them, but they just still haven't figured out how to be charming as well as being vulnerable. So apprehension, moving into the world, doubt and fear. So you can tell this person has doubt and fear. So it is someone that's quite reserved and charming. They're not, in a sense, like really like hyper. They need to do crazy adventure and like do go. But they just like to make sure that they have a lot of choice in life. And because this is your soulmate, they could have different choice in partners, but they keep on coming back to you. And that will have to be, you'll have to eventually set boundaries with a person like this, because they will walk all over you if you continue to let it happen. So you need to set the boundary. You need to be able to, and you know, the person, like I was saying, could be a bit younger, and you could be a bit younger. You're still in like the early stages of dating and understanding who you really want to be with. And this could be your soulmate now, but eventually they like, it could turn into a twin flame. And the difference between soulmate and twin flame is that a soulmate, you can have quite a few soulmates in your lifetime and love unconditionally and have this deep connection. But a twin flame actually brings out like the hard shadow work situations that you have to look really deep in and heal. They bring out kind of the ugly in you. And that's what I think that you do for this person, is that you bring out a side of them that makes them vulnerable, because they love you, and that love is makes them vulnerable. Okay, let's move on here. So eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. They find that with you. They find that eternal love, happiness, but again, it comes with vulnerability. It comes with the strings attached for them right now. Until they do that work, that shadow work, or the, you know, looking within and understanding themselves better, they're not going to be able to understand, to come to an understanding. So again, I feel like you're in the beginning stages with this person, and it's going to be a long, amazing friendship or relationship going forward. And there's going to be a lot of evolving and growing together. So the 9 of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, and protection. Goes a lot actually like the eternal love one here. So you have harmony, fulfillment, harmony, protection. So this person is protecting their heart. They are protecting their heart. The 9 of Hearts, that's just the 9 represents like fulfillment and wishes coming true. And they look at you with their third eye, which is amazing. It's beautiful. They're looking at you with their third eye, and they see you. They see this relationship being amazing, but they just need to do some work. And interesting. So shadow work. So that coming up is really interesting. Now, shadow work, that's the piece of the puzzle that I really wanted to put in there. And I'm surprised. I'm actually interested, because when I pick these cards, like, I don't look at them first. So for that card to come up like that for shadow work, yes, this person is going through a lot. They're going through a transformation period, but they need you alongside. But you also need to set up boundaries with this person so you don't get manipulated, so you don't get used throughout the process. You have to make sure that they understand that this is their process and you're not their punching bag. Okay, let me see what star sign this person could be. Libra. Okay. So when a Libra has their scales a bit off balance, so you see there the scales that represent that sign. And again, this could be their rising sign. It could be their sun sign or their moon sign. The scales represent, if they're a little bit off balance, Libras have such a hard time. But when they're balanced, they're so charming, so together and amazing. And that's why I was saying that you could have known this person for quite a while, or you feel like you've known this person for quite a while, because you can see that there's a lot of good in this person. You know that they have the strength to be like the best that they can be. And when they're happy, So this represents happiness, and you have had happiness with this person before. So being there and evolving and growing with them and understanding that it needs to be done separate, because there's an individual path of reconnecting with your higher power. But then when that happens and the shadow work is done, then you can come together in a perfect little union, or perfect amazing union. I shouldn't say little union, a perfect amazing union. All right, thank you so much, pile one. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, or comment down below and let me know about your experience with this reading. Thank you. All right, pile number 2. If you chose pile number 2, here is your reading to see who your soulmate is. So we have the Hangman upright, the King of Cups upright, and the Moon reversed. Now I want to start with the Moon reversed. Now the Moon reversed can indicate instability, or like their intuition being off, not in alignment with your higher power, especially when it's reversed like that. It could also mean like it could be a bit of like distrust with the person, so they're distrusting their feelings. Now the King of Cups here it's interesting because it's a bit conflicting, because the King of Cups is about stability, wisdom based on experience, feeling content, but kind of bored with life. The Hangman too, they're going through a big transition. So they're hanging in, they're transitioning. So this person is quite reserved. I feel like they don't need, too much going on right now. Like they don't need to be, they have an okay time with being with themselves. They're very unique in that sense of being able to go inwards, like introvert, and spend time alone. And especially right now, it's an important time to work on like mental health, and this person really knows how to focus on their mental health and make sure that they keep busy, but in the sense in being alone. Now I do want to bring up the fact that I saw like a vision of someone blonde, someone that is quite like maybe a little bit timid, but very intelligent, very like wise in a sense, a little bit older maybe. Or they just have an old soul, like they've lived many past lives. And the Hangman, when this card comes up, it's just like they're looking at the world going around. They're really good observers. They really like to observe people, things, situation. They could read a lot. They really have this introverted sense to them, where they really can be connected to themselves and love themselves, and making sure that their intuition is okay. So the instability here, where what I'm getting is, I feel like it's like a part of their life. Like it's a situation in their life where they feel a bit unstable, and it could be work. It could be like at a time right now where maybe they lost their job, or their business is not doing so good. So they are trying to, develop these coping skills, coping mechanisms to be able to, because they probably have worked for a really long time. And they've built a lot of wisdom based on experience. So now they need to sit with themselves and figure out their next move. And that's their own path. So this person that's your soulmate, they're going through maybe a transformation to find out what their next path is or next move. But they want you alongside with them, because they have maybe the relationship side figured out, and who they want to be with, and you want to be with them. So they have that figured out, but they need you by their side to support them, love them, and know that you're just there to understand and to communicate. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups here. Yes, oh, that's nice. The Two of Cups represents like a deep bond between two people. You have a very, very deep bond here. And I did say this in the other pile, but this could also represent twin flame. Because you can have many soulmates in your life and that have that deep connection, but when you meet your twin flame, they bring out a side of you where things that you need to work on, and like things that like they bring out like ugly sides of you. And it's because there's just like this deep connection and understanding. Like you don't hide anything from this person. They don't hide anything from you. So they know you like on this crazy, crazy deep level. We also have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant represents like a spiritual journey, learning, higher education. It could mean even like finding a guru, or like it could be a religious practice. But I really, really get spirituality here. They're really looking inwards at their spirituality and really, really being connected with who they really are. And they're going through that process and they want you by their side. That's amazing. This person just seems like very self-aware. That's the word I really, really want to use here. And so evolution, earth changes, climate change, transformation. They're going through a transformation along with the transformations that are happening in our world right now. And thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity. Oh, this person really cares for you. That's amazing. That's what you want a soulmate to be like. And goddess of creation, transformation. Wow, there's so much transformation here. 2 transformation cards. Transformation, creativity, and wholeness, goddess of creation. This person could also be thinking of maybe being an independent worker, contractor, artist. They could be an artist. They could be a musician. Like they could have lost their, career as a musician right now, and they're finding different ways to be creative. So there could be like a creative aspect to their work. It could be anything from like industrial design, architecture. There could be even like interior design or flipping houses even. There could be some kind of work where they have to be pretty detailed and attention to detail, but also creative at the same time in their delivery with their work. And stillness. Okay, so this is interesting. So I feel like they need stillness in their life right now. They're very independent, so you have to be able to give them that room. Don't, on your side, I feel like there could be a sense that like that instability here, that you might be feeling that they're pulling away, but they're actually pulling away so that they can get closer to you, because they're doing the work with themselves to really understand themselves better in a relationship. So if you feel like they're pulling away, please give them room. They need it. They need it to really open up, to give them themselves completely to you, and to not like continue to have issues. They need to work it out in their own time frame. And especially females and males, their brains are wired a bit differently. And I am getting a male presence picking up here, but these readings, female or male, this person just could have like masculine traits, and again, like we're gender fluids. I don't like to put the gender stereotypes, but I'm feeling like this person just really needs to compartmentalize. They really need to put things into different boxes, okay, and come back to it when they have the capacity to understand. And I know with my experience with my partner, men specifically really need time to really think. Women just want to fix right away. So this person needs that time. If this is a female that this is representing, they really need the time to rest, retreat, retract a little bit, go within, and don't take it as like personal that they don't want to be with you anymore. They need to do it for themselves, because you have this really deep connection and understanding with this person. So the 2 of Cups, they're still going to be there after their transformation, and they're going to be the same person, but a better version of themselves. Let me draw the astro dice, or the destiny dice here, some people call them, to see what star sign this might be, this person. Okay, the Crab. Yes, the Cancer. They're so sweet. Cancers are so sweet. They're so amazing. And they're like in a constant like transformation stage throughout their life. I have a lot of Cancer friends. They're amazing. They're wonderful people. They just are very highly sensitive, and they can be moody, and it can sometimes come across as like they don't want you around, but it's just them trying to, it's Cancers try to figure out how to really understand their feelings, and they need to do it alone. Unfortunately, when they have too many distractions around, they can't go introverted and figure that out for themselves, because they like to be distracted too much. I find. Anyways, so this could be The Cancer, it could also be their rising sign. It could be their moon sign, sun sign. They could have Cancer traits. This person really needs you by their side, but they also need to retract. So no getting mad. The Cancer can't really take, I guess, like I would say, extreme emotions. They really need you to be patient with them. That's the word I was looking for. Be patient. And there's something about money here now. And again, I think they're going through something where they're trying to figure out how to make money again. Their business or their job, like something happened where they really need to do something on their own, because you're not going to be able to relate to them because maybe your job or your situation is going okay. And if you're both in it, but they just, and even if you're both in it, everybody's situation is unique to their own, and how they feel and how they work on mental health during these challenging times. So Cancers need to introvert when it comes to this, because they really need time to meditate, to think about what their next move is. All right, thank you, pile number 2. If you like this reading, give me a thumbs up or subscribe, or, comment down below and let me know what you thought about this reading and how you connected with this reading, and let me know some more about your soulmate. All right, thank you so much. All right, pile number 3. If you chose pile number 3, here is your reading to find out who your soulmate is. Now, right off the bat, you got 2 aces. 2 aces. You got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Those both represent new beginnings. The reversed cups, so the reversed 5 of Cups, also represents new possibilities. But it didn't come without hurt or feeling vulnerable. Now, I feel like you may have had a situation where you had a past relationship recently, and it wasn't your soulmate. I feel like there was a breakup in the most recent past, and you're grieving the loss of it. But luckily for you, there is new opportunities on the horizon. Now, the Ace of Wands here represents maybe a creative pursuit with somebody. So there is a possibility of someone that you're going to meet in a situation, and it's going to be your soulmate. They're coming along, and it's a creative pursuit. And if you're already with this person, this is a person that you can be highly creative with. Creative together, once you find that balance, the communication, and making sure that you understand each other and there's trust and balance within the relationship. Now, so say you haven't met this person yet, when you do meet this person, there's going to be a great process for you to understand that the communication and the creative outlets that you two bring to the table is amazing. And you have a past experience where you've learned from. You learned what didn't work. So something didn't work here. And now you can learn from that relationship that didn't work. And, I don't like to compare relationships. But if you were in a relationship that was just really not the right relationship for you, now you can kind of look and be like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be like. This is the understanding, the patience, the kindness, the trust. It's like you've changed your thought process, your manifestation of love, like manifesting love, finding your soulmate. It's been a priority for you now. You're making room for this person in your life. And there's amazing new beginnings here. And if you're with this person already, or you're questioning that this is your soulmate, or you really want to find out if this is the one, I feel like you're going to be going into a transformation period with this person where there's going to be some new beginnings. And this could indicate that you're going to move in together, possibly have a baby, getting a pet. There's going to be something where you're moving into another level. Marriage, there could be marriage, or even becoming common law. You've been together long enough where you can call each other common law. Something as simple as doing your taxes together. So there's something here where I feel like you're letting go of some past things that didn't work for you two. You're entering that soulmate phase. You're entering the phase you and this person have found this amazing connection that you can grow from. But you're at a bit of a beginning stage of it. So I want to draw a couple more cards here. Yes, okay, so the Fool reversed. Now there's something here, a bit of immaturity. Now I don't know if it's, I can't get the message straight if it's you or if it's them. They could be a lot younger than you, or you could be the young one, and there's some kind of sense of immaturity and not taking things as seriously within the relationship. But this could also represent maybe your past relationship, and you're learning now of the different levels of maturity with people that, you know, now you're like, wow, okay, so that's why my last relationship didn't work. We weren't on the same page. We didn't want the same things. There was a level of immaturity, and now you're seeking maybe a more mature relationship. So the person I'm seeing here is someone that's a bit older, or they're younger with like an old soul. They've had many past lives, and dark features. I want to say tall, dark, and handsome, but I feel like there's a bit like there could be a brunette or really, really dark hair, or even gray hair, because I feel like this person, and they could have went gray really early in life. Like my partner went gray at 25, but there's this sense of, you know, the person may look a little more mature, but they have some things that they need to work out, and they're on a path, and you're on a path together. And it's like you like I said before, you're entering this soulmate phase, because it's like an aha moment of like, oh, maybe it's time to grow up. Maybe it's time to enter a new stage, like moving in or getting married. So that commitment is coming. Justice. Okay, balance. So balance within the relationship. You're finding that balance. You're working together, you're evolving, you're growing together to find that balance within the relationship. And the Justice card here represents that type of balance. This could also be represent maybe their work situation, where they work in law, legal situations, or even like a police officer, or anything like legal aid. They could work in like an office where they deal with like the government, so government stuff that could represent their job. Now, I also have here some oracle cards. So rising above, clarity, freedom, and solution. So the communication between you two has gotten a lot better, or the person that you're about to meet, you're going to realize how easy the communication is. How easy, wow, this is so natural. This feels so good. How have I been, you know, how did I not meet this person before? Well, this is the right time now. This is your time. And if you're in maybe the beginning stages of your dating life, this is going to be a great relationship to like maybe start with and have it flourish, because it's someone that you have manifested coming into your life. You made room for them. Someone that is mature, understanding, and good at communication. So the yin yang, creating harmony through balance. Again, the balance is coming up there. So yeah, so the Justice, with the Justice card like that, and the balance that you're craving within a relationship, this person brings that balance. They bring that harmony within the relationship, and they could probably teach you a lot about that, because maybe in the past you just didn't really have that harmony within yourself, and now you're doing a lot of work with yourself and your higher power and getting reconnected with what you really want and who you really want to be and who you really are. The Eternal Dance, movement, wheel of life, and path of least resistance. So you're choosing the path of least resistance now. No more wishy-washy feelings. You know what you want. You're going to go after what you want. You're still going to experience things in life, and there could be down times. There could be times where there's going to be hard times, no matter what. Everyone goes through hard times. But you're moving with the wheel of life, and you're choosing the path of least resistance. And you're letting go. You're letting go. And again, in the beginning of the reading, I talked about a past relationship maybe that didn't work out. You're letting go of that past relationship, and you're moving on to welcome in maybe this new relationship or a new state of being with the person that you're already with. So you're going into a soulmate stage. Now I want to roll the destiny dice, or astro dice, some people call them, to see what star sign this person might be. Oh, a Libra. That's interesting, because it's the scales and the fact that we had the Justice card come up like that. So yes, this person, very balanced. They're going to bring a lot of harmony, like the yin and yang here. They're going to bring harmony within the relationship. Or you could be the Libra too, that brings harmony within the relationship. Now, this could be the person's star sign. It could be their sun sign. It could be their moon sign or rising sign or traits. They could have traits of Libra. Now, this is an interesting one that this little guy here is saying to avoid. What I'm getting from that message is just super confusing. And what I want to connect that with is avoiding your ex. Avoiding, you know what, I'm just getting this message here that you're maybe torn in between two people. And, you know, the loss that you were feeling with the Cups card here reversed and new opportunities. You could be in the middle of two people. And you're trying to decide which person you would like to move on with. Which one is your soulmate. And only you are going to be able to figure that out. And I'm just going to say that Libra, if they have Libra in any of their signs, that's the path you should go, because it'll be the path of least resistance. Okay, thank you so much. Pile number 3. That was a really weird curveball right at the end there, but it makes a lot of sense to me. Avoid one person, go with the other. The other person is your true soulmate. All right, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up down below if you like this reading, of course, and subscribe or write a comment down below to tell me your experience with this reading. Thank you so much.